Welcome back to the show, guys. I'm one of your hosts, Duncan, as usual. And on today's weekend review, shall be going through some tough games throughout the weekend. Let the boys introduce themselves. And let's jump into it.
Yo, your boy Sean here. Happy to review the games this weekend. A lot of L's taken.
Too much pain going around.
But yeah, let's get into it.
Guys, Kevin here, back again. Let's blast. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, so kicking us off, it's the unbeaten clash, Crystal Palace versus Liverpool.
Yeah.
So one of them had to surely lose this record, and Oliver Glasner takes it on the day.
Yeah. I think Oliver Glasner's low-key understood how Slot also plays. Because he has had him now the last two games from the Community Shield, and now again, someone... I'm just glad anyway. I'm just glad Liverpool finally. Liverpool had it coming, man. That's the truth. With all those late goals, they had it coming. They even scored again a late goal.
Yeah,
true. I was just happy that they were finally Liverpool. Guys got them out also this time. So man, I was glad to see that. Shout out to Nketiah, man.
True.
Shout out to Nketiah, man. That hate was worth it. Yeah.
It's so interesting you say that. I wanted to present you guys a question. Do you think as a leaving had a positive impact on the squad?
Well, at this point, you can't say there's been any negative drawback of him leaving, because people have stepped up, right? Ismail Sarr, Uche, Kamada, there's so many guys stepping up right now who need the chance.
Indeed.
So I guess Nketiah himself also rising to the occasion. A guy they bought from Arsenal clearly to start, but I think Mateta had a very nice game. Hit the bar. He was creating so much. He was occupying Van Dijk and Konate. But I think Konate had a howler.
Yeah,
he's been quite inconsistent this season. We've quite been watching their games, so I think Liverpool needs to tighten up in terms of defense. They've been looking quite open in the previous games, and I was telling you guys last weekend to that point that Liverpool couldn't keep those late drama goals coming. You can't keep running away with the late goal every game. So.
And if you remember, that's also something I'd say. You cannot consistently bank on that in the last minute we shall score.
Someone will save me.
You think someone will.
I mean, Leverkusen did it, right? Leverkusen did it in their season, in their unbeaten season. Exactly. Man. They did it, man.
But you see,
they came up with the late goals until, but it finally dries out.
But it does.
Because those guys also Leverkusen were grabbed on the last day of their season. They grabbed them, man. 3 in, Lookman killed them, man. It ended, and from then on, they never had such a... So you find maybe it may have a ripple effect. This Liverpool loss may have a ripple effect on them, but I think the mentality of the squad is still up there. They probably know that, man. It's just one game out of, how many have they won consecutively?
But I would want to say also speculatively speaking, like a really hypothetical, if the biggest if 3. Do you think McGahey not going to Liverpool also had an effect? Is that something that you look at?
That has really helped Crystal Palace for sure.
That's quite interesting, because if you put it in the perspective of if Gehi was in the Liverpool lineup, right, would he have started?
That's what I'm also wondering.
I don't think so. I don't think so. So Konate, I think, still would have gotten a notch ahead of him. And I don't see any difference, because maybe the difference comes in on the Palace side. If they don't have Gehi...
True.
Yeah. So Gehi has been one of their best players, I think, from over the past 3 seasons, you could say. Strong captain, strong leader. I think they also have a gem in Adam Wharton. He had a very lovely game, was bossing the midfield.
And also Sarr, man.
Ismail Sarr.
He's always killing Liverpool. Wherever he is, man. I remember from that Watford days, they killed Liverpool when they had their... And in that season, I remember they had like an unbeaten. They were unbeaten till like that point in the season. And then he dunked on them on that specific day. And he came back for them. And I think he also scored against them in the competition. Yes, he also scored. So Sarr these Liverpool guys on check.
I was seeing his record against them. I think he has played 8 games and he has scored around 5 goals, like 2 assists. So
that's crazy.
Once he sees Liverpool, it's red in his eyes.
Do you think Konate's howler, for lack of better words, affects his affects Madrid's interest in him?
I don't think
because it's like a one-off game.
True.
And everyone can have a bad game. Everyone can have a bad game, to be honest.
His quality can't just diminish just because of one bad game. I think it's still prime to eventually go to Madrid, giving those claims that Saliba has now signed for Arsenal. So I'm pretty sure someone is losing their centre back this summer.
For sure.
Yeah, so I think we can shift to the next game. Kudos Crystal Palace and Oliver Glasner for doing a solid job on that.
That's right.
They have given us a blueprint for next game week. When Chelsea play them, we now have the blueprint, so it's come now.
Speaking of Wales, man, Brighton hammered Chelsea.
But I don't know what this new obsession with red cards is. I really don't understand, man. I really don't understand.
What do you think it goes down to? Because there's something wrong with your defense and the keeper. There's that whole situation. It can't be back-to-back red cards in back-to-back games, man. Like,
I would probably think it must be communication.
The truth is,
because if you have to look at the Chalobah red, right? It all comes from Andre Santos trying to overplay the ball, and then Mitoma pinches him, and now everything goes to hell. So I guess it's those key moments where Chelsea, someone loses their concentration. I think there's a certain level of concentration you need to have in the Prem for you to sustain a certain quality of playing style. I think Chelsea has done well in the previous seasons, getting some of those cups and playing. It looks like they're playing up, right? But at this point, I think that momentum has died down. Maybe you could say Cole Palmer is injured and they're truly lacking that main man source. João Pedro, I think it was working the previous games, but now, guys, you need to find a different tactic. Guys have found out that João Pedro tactic.
And also another thing is, I feel like our problem started from Colwill. Not getting a replacement for Colwill. That was a very huge error on our part in terms of the recruitment, because we're still now chasing Garnacho and another winger. You're like, man, we should have. It was criminal to not sign another CB, and Maresca had been crying about it in all his press conferences until like the transfer window was done, but we should have, because now we have I think Fofana injured, concussed. Chalobah is now on a red, is out. He's out against Liverpool. Remember, there was already Colwill out. And Badiashile hasn't played a minute since I don't even know when. He's not yet ready. You have to now trust Achiempong, who is still a kid. He's still a kid, and also made an error yesterday. He gave out a goal against Wolbeck, so he's still inexperienced. I mean, inexperience at the back is now really showing.
What I would want to ask you, do you think the signings that, let's say just before the season started, do you think the signings that Chelsea brought in are coach signings or board signings?
They look like board signings.
I think at this point in time, there's no signing Chelsea brings in that's a coach signing. I don't think there's one.
I think
just keep on floating
that in there doesn't that have the whole dynamic of where also you can see maybe the problem coming from.
But you see,
I wouldn't think Enzo would fail to tell guys, man, we need a CB. You know, we have to have some backup. And to go and to just get midfielders. Yes, you're going to get someone who's going to create, score, keepers, but you need to lock it down. Be big. So I don't think he would. You know?
I think to a certain point they thought they were covered. I think that Colwill injury late in the transfer window kind of changed their plans a little bit, because I think they would have expected him to be available. At least if you have him, Chalobah, Fofana, then I think Tosin, that's a bit of a cover. But now everyone is injured. Like, what are you going to do?
I saw Tosin is out till the international break also. I even forgot to mention Tosin, so it's also injured. So you can just imagine against Liverpool, but we're just going to die, man. We're just going to die. That's the truth. But unless guys really lock in, but I don't see how we're going to get anything out of that game.
Like you said, you've been given the blueprint, so
man, ain't no blueprint this time here with like no CBs, man. Hey, man. We really did recruitment badly in terms of the defense, man, to be honest, man. We had no business going for Garnacho when we still have that CB area not covered. But I think they were thinking maybe Tosin and Badiashile will come on as like...
I would like to think that still Chelsea will come good at a certain point, but also this season is going to really test them in the number of games you're going to have to play. Because Champions is also coming through around the corner. You're going to face another.
We have another Champions League game on Tuesday.
Exactly.
I think Chelsea have what it takes to get through this. As long as guys like Chris James, because right now they look like that 2 injuries away from like a disaster, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
So they need to limit those injury cases, but let's not over digress on Chelsea.
Yeah, but anyway, let's move on from that. Let's move on from that. Though also I'll give Brighton their flowers for coming back.
Yeah, we need to give Fabian Hotzeler his flowers. I think he has been cooking.
Yeah.
I think he's one of those next era coaches, I think, for the next generation.
Yeah.
The way he carries himself, the way his teams play, the way he keeps bringing in talent. As you've said, Chelsea just signs for the club in terms of transfer strategy, but Brighton does the same. But you can see what Fabian Hotzeler is doing with what he has. We all know Chelsea players are more higher quality than Brighton's, but the guy is cooking, man. Minte is on fire. Welbeck notched in some of those goals, and that Gomez guy they had who scored 4 goals in Carabao game. He also started a new game. I think he's the one who caused that red card for Chalobah. Chalobah was trying to tackle him, so I think it's kudos to them in terms of recruiting and them replacing their quality players that they keep selling to us. You could say Chelsea is a Brighton B at this point.
Brighton love us. We give them all the money they want. But to be fair, I would say the guys who bought it from Brighton have been nice signings.
True.
That's
been Brighton nice signings. Never
lied. You pay your money. That's the truth. You get value for money. But anyway, they still hooked us anyway. Guys said that guys were just, you guys are just advertising themselves for the next transfer because we're obviously going for someone from Brighton.
Moving over to the Manchester side of life, Manchester United lost again to Brentford.
Yeah,
it's 3-1 win.
It gives you guys a hard time.
It's every time we play them at home. I think this is the 4th season. I think they're getting points from us. At that stadium, so it's not looking good for Amorim. There's no consistency. I'm not seeing any good signs because just the way he picks his teams, it's like he has given up the game. I don't see why Ugarte still starts. I don't see why we keep chopping and changing our centre backs. Like Euro is one of our hardest centre backs right now, and I don't see why he benches. Mars got injured. And then you bench Euro for Maguire. Maguire had a howler. He kept Ego on for that first goal. I don't know why he was trying to play onside. That's lazy defending to me. If you should be running back, at least let VAR run it back and call him off. But you've stopped that opportunity for him shooting at your goalkeeper. So there's so many things going wrong at this point. Kobe Mainoo has to start. I don't see what Ugarte gives us. I'm so sorry. He wins back the ball, but what are we going to do after him winning? But he's just going to sideways pass it and then going to lose it again.
So I don't know why Kobe Mainoo is not in that setup. Maybe because of that other thing I was saying about how maybe he doesn't cover much ground off when they're out of position. But still, such a guy has.
But you need to get some of your best players in the game. How are you going to win games? I think players like Zaxi as well need to start some games. I don't see why the likes of Kuni and Bomo have to start every game as our teams. Come on. They're going to dry out. We are going to play them out and we dry them out.
To that point, do you see... Okay. Would you agree with me if I say I think Amorim is 2 losses away from being out of a job?
Yeah, I feel like that's
some significant losses.
We are near that happening, but my only problem is if you look at our games, right? We have Sunderland next, and then after Sunderland it's Liverpool. So he might Mickey Mouse himself a win on Sunderland, and then I know Liverpool is going to whitewash us. Man. Anfield, I don't think we are getting any point. The way we are playing right now, so Sunderland is this game to get some points. At least get a draw from that game, and if you enter the Liverpool game, I don't care if you lose in the Liverpool game. At least give me some points. And then we shall see from there. At least at this point, I'm taking it game per game. I'm not trying to
even look
visualize what if we're finishing in a Champions League spot or what. Nah.
But
game per game.
In my opinion, I feel like he is very
rigid.
Yes.
Yeah.
So rigid.
He
Zero
doesn't-
adaptability.
Yeah,
Zero.
And it's like, bro, you can't keep the same thing going on, and you think, you know.
The same plan doesn't
Then
Yeah.
if you want to change the system, change the mind. So that really sounds
Well,
like
I
a very
guess-
rigid guy who's
exactly,
not
yeah.
willing to
I guess we're
budge.
about to change the mind.
Yeah.
You know, at least Sesko beat the 007 in the short man.
True.
He got his goal, man.
Yeah.
He needed like 3 attempts, but at least it entered, man. That's
Man,
good
a goal
for
is a
him.
goal.
A goal is a
Yeah,
goal,
a
but
goal is a goal,
strikers need goals regardless
even
of how
to
the
build
thing
confidence
came,
and to-
regardless of how he got the goal, he still needs to. It's going to give him. I think it's going to give him a lot of confidence going forward. He needed that. He needed that for sure.
My only problem is that confidence part. Like we didn't play well in this game, right?
True.
Like how are we going to move with confidence into the Sunderland game? Like
Yeah.
what are the building blocks for you to enter the next game?
You know, but at least like your striker has at least tested them.
Yeah, at least we are off the double charge.
Maybe in the
That's
next game, if you create more, you find you probably
No.
now hit them in now.
But I'd like to mention something. The irony is always these lower table teams that people would probably call weak opposition. Now for them to play your team right now, I'm very sure they smell blood.
Definitely.
And best believe they will bring the game at you guys. You know?
I think ever
really
since
think that-
Fergie's last season, right?
Yeah.
The next season, Moyes' season, everyone started smelling.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I think
We've
everyone
never
smells
recovered.
blood
Never-
whenever they're
yeah.
going
We've
to.
never
Actually,
recovered.
Yeah.
right now, I think even the smaller teams are like, this like
Yes.
our time
This
to now
is the time
make
to
history.
watch
Like to
against,
be like the
yeah.
first team to beat
Yeah.
United
I
in
can
the Premier
guarantee
League.
you
Yeah, I'm sure they all go at that
The
time.
Black Cats in game week 5
Yeah.
might get points from us. I don't see us dominating Sunderland in any way and knocking them like a 3-0.
Yeah.
It's
I don't see
come
that
headache,
happening.
man.
I don't.
Yeah,
They
so-
beat Nottingham yesterday,
Exactly.
1-0.
Yeah.
So they're quite
Exactly.
solid. Quite solid. They are seated in third right now. So yeah. Anyway,
That'll be interesting.
I think we should move on to our last game of the day. And
The
that's it.
Spurs game. Is it Spurs game?
No, bro.
Spurs also played as well.
Yeah.
I think that 1-1 draw with Wolves, but City off to 5-1.
Yeah.
5-1.
5.
Yeah, 5.
Erling Haaland getting amongst the goals.
Yeah.
Alan is just banging.
Haaland
it.
is-
I think the
form,
golden
yeah.
boot is his this season.
Yeah, no other FPL captain you should be having right now,
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. He's on form. And I think also some of the other players are starting to get into their stride. For them, I see certain,
Foden has
certain
been picked.
flashes of him getting back to, you know?
I think someone also going under the radar. It's Jeremy Doku.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's very
Been
true.
outstanding
Yeah.
these previous 3 games. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. And he
And
really,
I think Foden
he
is kind of back
relentlessly
also.
tries to beat a man if you were watching the highlights.
Yeah, it's to be
Yeah.
honest, I think he's
It's very
one of the
good.
deadliest wingers right now in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I don't
For
think
sure.
there's anyone who can
For
knock
sure.
him down.
Yeah.
I've always had my question marks about his output. Though. Like,
Yeah.
yes, he'll beat his man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know he has all those tricks. But,
Yeah,
like, in
then
terms of,
probably-
like, actually getting a goal or
Yeah.
assists, I feel like his GN is definitely can do better.
Yeah.
I think you could see Pep's influence on him this season. The way
True.
there's that second goal I think Haaland scored where Jeremy beat like a guy on the wing and then he just
And he
passed
laid
him.
it
Yeah.
That was so clinical, like
Yeah.
the precise pass to Haaland and then it's too magical
Just
right
leave him
now.
with the rest, yeah.
I think the City is on a roll right now, and that's we should watch out for them.
Yeah.
You should,
We're
definitely.
putting them off this season, but I don't think they'll be that
They'll
good
not take
this
it
season.
sleeping, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that wraps it up.
Yeah.
So, guys, thanks for watching.
Definitely, guys.
Yeah, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and
Keep it
LTS out.
LTS.
Yeah. Peace.